Hi, 7th graders. Today's lesson is called EdPuzzle 101, and this is an introduction to EdPuzzle. EdPuzzle is a software that allows teachers to embed multiple choice and open-ended questions into videos. So this way we can show historical videos that are hopefully interesting, and your assignment will be to answer questions throughout the video, and that'll encapsulate both watching the video and doing your assignment at the same time. You'll see it tomorrow. An EdPuzzle is going to pop up. Preserved in Hologram is the title of it. It'll pop up in your Google Classroom under classwork. So your assignment is to watch this video and then to complete the EdPuzzle. Cool. Your EdPuzzle tomorrow is about the Holocaust. So I just picked a topic that I thought was interesting. It's more of a practice EdPuzzle than it is about the topic. Holocaust, of course, is the Jewish concentration camps of World War II, and there's less and less people alive today who survived it, so there is an organization that is taking those folks and turning them into holograms. They do this by having Holocaust survivors, all of whom are in their 80s and 90s now, go into a studio in Los Angeles where they ask them 1,500 or so questions over the course of several days. There is a dome of cameras on top of the people who are participating, the survivors, and those cameras record their responses in a way to make it where you can then have a live interaction conversation with the hologram. So you can ask the hologram, what's your favorite food? And they will answer you. And it's basically taking a human person and turning them into a hologram that has thousands of responses. And it's a way that we're preserving the stories of those people who suffered through the Holocaust. The EdPuzzle is pretty interesting. You click on the EdPuzzle in the link, and it should take you to the video.
It's been 84 years since the Holocaust.
It should take you to a video that has questions embedded in it. Some of the questions, so there's 3 types of questions you can have in an EdPuzzle. One is a note. You don't have to do anything with a note. It's just a teacher dropping information to let you know something. So in this case, first statement in the EdPuzzle is that this is it's just a statement. It's an educational platform. You just say, okay, I heard it. Continue.
What happens when
Again, just a note. There's nothing for you to do with a note.
the Illinois Holocaust?
Some of the questions are multiple choice. I just want to point out that multiple choice questions have a correct answer. So if it's a multiple choice question, there is a correct answer.
Much like Siri or Alexa.
Again, another multiple choice question, there is a correct answer. If you missed the information in the question, so in this question it says in what city are the participants recorded and about how many questions are they asked. If you miss the answer to this question, you can always go back and rewatch the last section in hopes of getting that information.
To your little sister.
Some of the questions are open-ended, meaning that it's not multiple choice and you have to write your answer. I want to be really clear on this. When you are answering an EdPuzzle question, you have to do complete sentences. So you must do complete sentences. That means a capital, a period, punctuation.
It caught us off guard how powerful.
On some of the open-ended questions, like if you look at this one here, if you could have a hologram of you made that would answer questions for you, would you do it? Why or why not? But what's important is it says answer with at least 3 complete sentences. If you want full credit on an EdPuzzle assignment, you have to read the question carefully. If it asks you for 3 sentences, put in at least 3 sentences. When you're complete with the EdPuzzle, it'll give me a readout, and this is my perspective. The readout will let me grade your responses, it'll let me read your responses, and it'll tell me what % of the EdPuzzle you watched. You cannot skip to the end of an EdPuzzle, so you can rewatch, but you can't skip all the way to the end. But I can see all of your responses in a teacher dashboard. And I can see if you completed the EdPuzzle. Some EdPuzzles, I won't put a lot of questions in. I just want you to watch the video. So if you get 100% complete, I know you watched the video. That's your full grade. Some EdPuzzles, there's a lot of questions. It just depends on the topic. This first one, I tried to pick something interesting, human holograms. But really, I'm less concerned about what you're writing and more concerned that you're following the instructions of the questions and that you're completing the assignment, practicing with EdPuzzle. So again, short recap. EdPuzzle is a video with embedded questions and teacher comments. Questions can be multiple choice. Yes, there's a correct answer. Questions can be open-ended where you write your responses. If you have an open-ended question, you have to write complete sentences. This means capitalization, punctuation. Sometimes a question will indicate how many sentences you must write. This is a required minimum amount of sentences if you want full credit. It's usually 2 or 3 sentences. If you miss something, you can go back and rewatch a section, but you cannot skip forward. It won't let you. EdPuzzle automatically grades multiple choice questions. It also tells me, like I said, what % of a video was watched. So any video under 90% will be considered in progress and not finished. Sometimes you might skip off a little early because the last bit's maybe credits, or it'll show me that you watched 98% of the video. Again, if you get over 90% of the video watched, I assumed you finished it. So you get 100% for watching the video. Basic grammar matters. So basic grammar, if the question is, what did you think of this video? And you write, I liked this video, I thought it was interesting, and it made me happy to know that people's stories would be continued even after their deaths. I don't know if I would want a hologram of me, but I may feel different when I'm older. Fine, that's a great answer. It's grammatically correct. Capitalization, periods, punctuation, 3 sentences. If you wrote, it was okay, the part about the hologram was interesting, you will not get full credit on that question, and it could affect your ability to get full credit overall in the EdPuzzle. So that's it. Jump into the EdPuzzle, find it in your Google Classroom. I hope you enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting, and maybe one day you'll all be remembered with a hologram. Have a great day, guys.